Hey gang, hope everyone's doing well. Today I have a question for you. What's happened to my pickles? Recently I bought a jar of dill pickles, our usual brand, the brand my family and I have been eating since I was old enough to reach the pickle shelf. The brand that has provided a level of consistency unmatched by just about any other product I've purchased, used, or consumed in the past 50 years. Anyway, when I got home from the shopping trip, I did what I always do with my pickles. I put them in the refrigerator, not giving them a second thought until I wanted to enjoy them. The next day, or maybe later the same day, I'm not sure, I wanted a snack of pickles and saltines. You might see it as a strange marriage. I find it delightful. So I pulled the jar, now nice and cold, just the way a pickle jar and the pickles in it should be. I gripped the lid in one hand, the jar in the other, and gave it a solid twist, opening it without much effort. I am, after all, an adult with average grip strength and torque. The jar did its job, giving its signature pop I've heard so many times before. But when I looked in the jar, I didn't see what I'd seen hundreds, maybe thousands of times before. Instead of pickles stacked and packed tightly up to the very top of the container, I saw pickles swimming in the brine. Not tightly packed, like they had been since I can remember, but swimming. And don't get me wrong, the quality of the pickles, the crispness, the size, and the flavor hadn't changed, but the quantity of pickles had been reduced by a number equal to the difference between them being tightly packed, as is customary, and swimming. And at first, I was concerned. Was the jar defective? Had I gotten my hands on some bad pickles? So I tried one. It tasted fine, like always, and it was crisp, like always. This, to my great relief, allayed any fears about the quality or freshness of the product itself. My next thought was that maybe this loosely packed jar had simply been an anomaly, the last jar to come off the assembly line that day, and as such fell just shy of full. I could live with that. After all, things happen. And days went by, and so did the pickles in the jar. Soon the time had arrived to return to the grocery store for more. I steered the cart to the appropriate aisle and grabbed a jar. But instead of casually placing it in the bottom of the cart, this time I looked at it, my eyes scanning the area just below the lid. What I saw disappointed me. Again, the pickles were swimming. I bent down and looked at 2, 3, 4 more jars. They all showed the same thing. Swimming pickles, swimming pickles, swimming pickles. So I had my answer. The previous jar hadn't been an anomaly. It was the new order, a new approach to pickle packing, which apparently happened in unilateral fashion around a large conference table of C-level pickle executives, or maybe during an international pickle industry Zoom call. Nonetheless, it seemed to be a decision that had been made without any consultation with us, the pickle-eating public. Frankly, I felt cheated. Cheated by the pickle company that thought they could pull the wool over my eyes, selling me a less than tightly packed jar, which meant I was now receiving 4, 5, or maybe even as many as 10 fewer pickles per jar than I had in previous months, years, and decades. I also felt cheated by the pickle experience. For so many years, I had relished, I couldn't resist, pulling that first pickle from the middle of the jar, breaking up that tightly packed military-level formation. And now it was gone. My pickle experience had been reduced to a fishing expedition, trying to lure and coax a swimming dill from the briny depths. To put it bluntly, it sucked. I know times change and companies need to make decisions, sometimes tough ones, to maximize profitability and keep up with the competition. And often they try to make small changes, ones they think their customers won't notice or care about. But I did notice, and I do care. And I want the pickle people to know that. With that, I'm making a humble yet sincere plea to my pickle-making friends. Please, pack the pickles the way you used to. I'm willing to spend a few more pennies per jar to experience a properly packed pickle jar when I pop it open. The same delightful experience I've had since I was a little boy. Thank you.